Hello everyone, this is Isabel. I'm at PTC’23 Hawaii, and with one of the coolest guys in our industry. Believe me, his name is Josh Snowhorn, is CEO of Quantum Loophole. Josh, Quantum Loophole. Josh, welcome to my hot seat.
Thank you. Good to be here.
How's your conference so far?
Insanely busy. I think this is the most attended PTC in the history of PTC. So that means meeting after meeting after meeting after meeting. So it's really busy, but it's good. That means success.
I think you have one of the coolest brand at PTC this year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But maybe for people out there that don't know what Quantum Loophole is all about, tell us a bit more about that.
Sure. We're a master plan data center community. So we actually don't build data centers ourselves. We are land, energy, water, and fiber. So kind of the base elements that are required to build a data center. Our data center campus is 2,164 acres. It's the biggest data center campus in the world, located 20 miles from Equinix Ashburn. So the center of the theoretical center of the internet. And we have 2,400 megawatts of power on the campus. And we're building the biggest fiber ring ever constructed, 235,000 strand counts of fiber between Ashburn and our campus in a ring architecture.
A lot of big.
It's big. We're the biggest. You always got to say you're the biggest for everything.
So there's a lot of challenges in the industry at the moment. What do you think is the biggest challenge that we face?
I would say there's actually two. Energy is really the biggest crisis right now. The scale of data centers, the growth, and the energy grid's incapability to keep up with it in very specific marketplaces. That's requiring community-centric focus so you can actually develop things around where the energy infrastructure sits, not necessarily in the middle of communities. And the other thing is sliding into communities is resentment, sort of too much of a good thing. It's very good for the tax economy in a market to have data centers there. Low impact on schools, low impact on roads because there's not a lot of people there. Very high impact on water usage and energy, and they can tend to be noisy. So you start to have a community next to you that starts to resent it. So community relations are important, but if we go to these different marketplaces sort of outside of the normal central core where there's more availability of land and things like that, and maybe away from neighborhoods, that I think that's a benefit. So it's a challenge we all have to work on, and that's global. That energy and community issues are global. Holland, you can't even build a data center anymore. The entire country has banned them. So you get into a situation where, it's really tough for the industry to continue to scale to meet the needs of the internet.
So is there a solution? Are we doomed, in terms of addressing that challenge?
We're never doomed, but we have to think differently. Creating marketplaces where you have call it 50 different data center entities, multi-tenant, enterprise, government, hyperscalers, all co-located together in master plan communities, allows you to pre-plan the power, the entitlement, the water usage, additional services like microgrids, where you actually create your own power systems. Instead of taking it from the regular transmission grid, you're actually creating your own energy there. There's a new hydrogen economy coming where we can actually electrolyze hydrogen and use that instead of diesel for backup, so it just emits water vapor when you're burning it. Or in the case of maybe primary energy, going to full hydrogen. We've actually been lucky enough to win been not selected for the next stage. We haven't won anything yet for the one of the hydrogen hubs coming up into the northeastern area around Maryland, and that'll be able to serve maybe 1,000 megawatts of additional capacity on our campus if we succeed, and it'll be hydrogen based. So a lot of neat things coming up.
A lot of coolness around you. I can feel it. So you don't know me yet, but I like hot gossip. Any hot gossip you can share with us about your company going forward?
One of the most exciting things this year is we're going to be announcing a new market. It's actually going to be Chicago. That'll be our next new market after Maryland. And the campuses we're going to be doing there will be almost double the size of what we have in Maryland. So almost 5,000 acres. And we can't say exactly where, just call it Chicago. But it'll be gigantic. We'll link those together with our Q-Loop platform, our fiber platform, and then tether into the existing ecosystem and hopefully support the needs for the hyperscale industry for the next 10 to 15 years.
Okay, I could interview you for another half an hour. This is so interesting. You're going to become one of my favorite victims. Sorry.
Anytime. I don't mind that.
So I will force you back on the hot seat soon, I'm sure.
Sounds good. It'd be my pleasure to come back.
Josh, thank you for an amazing interview.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Everyone, thank you for watching, and until my next hot shot.